Michael, good morning.
Hi, Jeff. Good morning. I noticed you're wearing a vest too.
Huh? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Got to
There we
dress
go.
up this morning.
There you go. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Thank you for joining me to talk about your book, Roar into the Second Half of Your Life Before It's Too Late. Probably, someone who's in their 50s now and been in the same career for 30 years. This just really intrigues me. What is Roar and the inspiration behind it?
Well, the inspiration behind Roar was that everything I was reading and learning about as I was wrapping up a 40-year magazine publishing career it was all about winding down. It was about the long slide. And I was like, wait a minute, I want to wind up and I want to learn from people who are doing all sorts of new and different things. So I found 40 amazing people who all in their 50s and 60s had a big pivot and change in their lives, career, work, starting businesses, moving into hobbies for business, lifestyle changes, relationship changes. And these are the people who are rewriting the script as to what life can look like over 50, over 60, even over 70 in a very dynamic and different kind of way.
And the pandemic has, according to you, accelerated those people and their decisions, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think everyone during the pandemic sort of sat back and said, am I living the life I want to live? Am I doing the job I want to do? How do I make a change? Maybe this is the time to make that move that I've been thinking about. Time is precious, as we like to say, and we really saw that in a different kind of way during the pandemic. So I think it kind of put it on hyperspeed for people to say, I better, if I wanted to go do some traveling, I better do that now. If I wanted to, turn my hobby into a business, I better do that now. So the roadmap in the book is how you can go about doing it.
I love how you say time is precious, because I had during the pandemic some 20-something roommates, and boy, if I just had the wisdom I had now in my 50s that I did in my 20s, because you really can see the clock ticking and you do want to take every moment in your life to cherish and to make the most of it, don't you?
Absolutely. And I think that we get that as we live longer. We get that wisdom that, time is precious. Coming from the magazine business, I love the word editing. So I think, editing out the things that are not relevant or important to you anymore. And I think as we live longer, we're really good at that, making sure we're editing out the people who are negative, the things that we don't want to do, that spending time on the stuff that's not important to us, and spending the time on the things that are important to us. And I think that refines itself, and that's good wisdom for us, but also good wisdom for us to pass on to the next generations.
I had a psychology professor who always said to me in college, it has to be more than want something. You have to decide to do something. So what can someone start today to realize their most fulfilling life?
Well, part of this is, the acronym of ROAR. One of it is, owning where you are right now. But what is the action plan? And I think a lot of people say, well, I don't really know what I want to do. And one of the things I like to say is go back to your younger self. What is it that you wanted to do that you left on the shelf? It could be a career element. It could be creativity. It could be, a different kind of relationship. But yeah, go back to your younger self, because that is a good place to mine some ideas for where you might go next. And, that is one idea. And another idea is to talk to the people around you and ask them, what do you think I'm good at? What do you think that, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are the things that I do best? And oftentimes you'll learn from your family and friends. A great example in the book is a woman who was an elementary school teacher, and in her late 50s, everyone kept saying to her, you're like the funniest person we know. And she decided to she went to an open mic in Atlanta and did some stand-up comedy. And she said she like blossomed on stage, and she is now a stand-up comic, and she does gigs all over the Southeast and the Midwest in the US. And she's 60, and she's like, who would have known that I would have been a stand-up comic at 60 years old? But it was her family and friends that said, you are a funny lady. You should go and do something with this.
Thank you so much, Michael, and congratulations on your book and being an inspiration to so many people. And let's talk again soon. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Great to be with you. Thank you.